G'day, and welcome back to Derriere Farms. A little while ago, we did a video on fuel usage and what affects the amount of fuel your tractor uses. So I thought it was time that we took a look at repair costs, because I know a lot of people have been hit with exorbitant repair costs for their tractors. $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 depending on the vehicle. So today we'll look at how the game calculates repair costs, what you can do to mitigate those repair costs and save money. If saving money sounds like something you're into, go ahead and subscribe, because I do put out videos on a regular basis, either on saving money or on making money, maximizing your yields, getting just that little bit extra, maybe $20,000 out of a field, which doesn't sound like much, but it adds up over time. Anyway, back to repair costs. As you can see, in front of us we have 4 tractors. The 2 on the left are 6120Ms, and 2 on the right are 6250Rs. Now, the 6120 on the far left, this one, has been doing pretty much the same jobs as the other one has done, but I've just been tracking its repair costs and not actually repairing it. This one, I've been repairing it. Same thing with the 6250Rs. This one, I've tracked the repair costs. Well, this one, which has done, again, pretty much the same jobs as the other one has done, cultivating, fertilizing, mowing, those sorts of jobs, I've been doing regular maintenance on. Now, one of the things I have noticed that affects the vehicle repair costs, much like fuel costs, is the type of work you're doing. If you're doing heavy duty work like plowing, it will increase your vehicle repair costs for the period you're doing it. So that gave me some variation in the numbers, and I discovered that the hard way. I was like, why did it cost this much yesterday and this much today to repair? And then I realized it was the type of work the tractor had been doing the day before, or even that day. So, this tractor here, the 6120, as I said, has had no repair work done to it at all. If I hop in, you can see that the yellow bar is down quite a bit. Well, it's not down quite a bit, it's down. It's only had 3.5 hours work on it. And this one is fully repaired. The fuel bars look about the same, but I'm sure if we would fuel them up, we would find a difference. Not a huge difference, because like I said, the work's been fairly similar. And the same thing with this vehicle. The repair bar is down about a quarter. And this one is pretty much at the top. So we'll start with the 6120M on the left. If I had repaired it after 1 hour, it had exactly the same repair cost as its cousin on the right, which was $113 it was $112 versus $113 to repair after 1 hour's work. So I didn't repair the one on the left, but I repaired after an hour the one on the right. Then when 2 hours hit and I stopped work whenever the clock on the tractor turned over an hour, just so I could keep it consistent. When 2 hours hit, I repaired the tractor fully, the one on the right, and it cost me $111. Slightly less than the first hour of work, but again, it had been doing mulching or lighter work than it had before. However, the tractor on the left that it had no repairs, and I still didn't repair it, would have cost me $304 to repair. That's more than double. Well, the 111. So then I went on to 3 hours work. The 6120M on the right, which I had been repairing hourly, was $129 after 3 hours. The one on the left was $644 to repair. So let's say I went ahead and repaired them at this point, and I haven't yet because I'm continuing my test. But the one on the right has a running repair cost of $353 for 3 hours work. If I had repaired the one on the left, it would have had a running repair cost of $644. Yeah, you heard me right. $644 versus $353. Now, like I said, I followed the exact same methodology with the two 6250Rs. The tractor on the right had regular repairs. They both, after the first hour, cost around $250 to $263 to repair. After 2 hours, and I went ahead and repaired it, the one on the right was $319. After 3 hours, it was $345. And here comes the thunder. 4 hours was $354. And 5 hours was $311. Giving me a total repair cost of $1,592. I'll just very quickly go through the one on the left. After 2 hours, it was $684. After 3 hours, $1,297. After 4 hours, $2,070. And after 5 hours, $2,997 had I gone ahead and repaired it. So you can see, again, that is pretty much just under double the repair cost of the tractor I did regular maintenance on. So, as you can see, while each tractor, as it gets a little bit older, its repair cost goes up a little bit with regular maintenance. Without regular maintenance, the repair cost goes up each hour, but it starts to increase exponentially. Eventually it caps out when your yellow bar hits the very bottom. Tractor still works. I haven't tested its fuel usage at that point, but I mean, you can still use it. You're just going to pay a fortune to repair it. So it would appear that Giants have incorporated a new mechanic in terms of repair costs, because in Farming Simulator 19, you had a pretty much flat rate per hour of repair costs. So if you only did 2 hours work, you paid for 2 hours. 2 hours divided by 1 if you wanted to work it out on an hourly basis. It was pretty much a flat rate per hour. So age of the equipment is now calculated and adds to the repair cost, as does the frequency of your maintenance. Now, I'm not saying you have to do what I did and repair the tractor every hour on the hour to keep your, well, I mean, that's the most ideal way to keep your maintenance low. But you have to find a balance. I would say, general rule of thumb is invest in a garage, and whenever you finished your day's work and you're pulling back into the yard, like I've set the garage up here, and you're pulling back in off the road, just quickly hit the garage and repair your vehicle. It may have done an hour, or it may have done 4 hours work, depending on how big your farm is and what tasks you had. Because, yeah, pulling it off the field every hour on the hour just isn't practical. But I would say daily or monthly, depending on how you're running your seasons, repair costs are probably optimal, because chances are you are bringing your tractor back to the yard at the end of the day. Now, I also have the John Deere 7R 350 over there, and it has 3 hours on it currently. It's been used mainly for hauling silage. I did some planting contracts with it. I did, just out of curiosity, keep track of that vehicle's repair cost. The first hour was $287. The second hour was down a little bit because it did less work, to $270. And the third hour was up to $305. So there was, yeah, it's a little bit higher after the third hour. I have a John Deere 8R 410, which has 2 hours on it. The first hour was $317. Second hour was $342. And I have an 8RX 410, which was $357 and $384. So you can see that the price of the vehicle also affects the repair cost. So in theory, either the Fendt Vario or the John Deere 9RT series would have a higher repair cost per hour, even done on a regular basis, than the 8R 410. So, like I said, price of the vehicle affects the repair costs. Put it this way, it's kind of like your car. Everybody knows that if you do regular maintenance on your car, you do regular oil changes, follow the manufacturer's service guidelines the best you can, your car is going to last longer than the same car where the owner does what's called deferred maintenance and puts off their oil changes as long as they can, or they use the cheapest oil they can find, stuff that's not manufacturer recommended. The car with the proper maintenance schedule will last longer, generally, than the deferred maintenance car. That's not saying people don't get unlucky and get a lemon. I had a lemon, brand new Dodge, and it spent out of the 3 years, it's spent quite a bit of time in the shop, and they could not figure out what was wrong with it and why it wouldn't start on a regular basis. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative, and you now know how to save a little bit of money on your maintenance costs, so they're not costing you $10,000 or $20,000 to repair a tractor at a time. If you did, give the video a like. A like never hurt anyone. And like I said, go ahead and subscribe, because I will be posting more videos like this on how to save money. Thanks for watching, and take care.